to all the children in love, period. But it is not part of what needs to happen in our schools. So if you're a parent that wants to get more activated on the grassroots level with other people from your school, please be sure to sign this, pass this around, and we will be forming hubs that people can then take it and further it in their own areas. So thanks for coming out. Remember, we're not alone.
Woo! Oops.
Like I said, my name is Shelly Mangelli. Yes, that rhymes and it's silly, but it's my name. We are here this morning, and I just want to say, first off, men, women, children, thank you so much for coming here. I so greatly appreciate you. We know there are differences in the world.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You care about my kid, I care about your kid, he cares about your grandkids, she cares about your kids. We are parents and we care about all the kids in Canada.
Yeah!
No matter what.
I'm going to MC things this morning. We're going to have two speakers. I'm going to be very brief, maybe about 5 minutes. But I'd just like to give you a heads up and let you know kind of what we're about and how we feel, and maybe convey that we're not a hate group as we've been indicated. Okay, so I'm just a cog in the machine. I am one member of Parental Rights Coalition, but there are several groups out there that are actually involved. They're all with us. There's a lot of groups that agree with us, and we're just one group, okay? But right here in Windsor, we're Parental Rights Coalition. The organization is aimed to steer the sex education curriculum back to a normal, safe learning environment.
Right. Yes.
So,
amen.
Everyone here is on a metaphorical ship. And unfortunately, we've had captains and chief mates and that have tried to steer this boat of ours right into a terrific storm. Captains like Catherine Wynne and Benjamin Levin. So here we are, all on this metaphorical boat, and they decided they wanted to steer our education in a way that a great majority of us didn't even know. So kind of we have a mutiny on the bounty, so to speak.
Right.
Because we have to do something, because this ship's gonna go right into that storm, and every child on board is gonna be in trouble. So it's our job as parents to parent correctly, to defend our children. So I'd like to tell you a story. Let me ask you a silly question. If a tree falls in a forest, does anyone hear?
No.
Let me ask you a better question. If a tree is planted in a forest, does anybody hear?
No.
It's silent.
Yeah.
Well, silently, seeds of sexualization, seeds of pornography, seeds of gender dysphoria, seeds of promiscuity, seeds of non-traditional views on the sanctity of marriage, seeds of anal and oral sexual education with instructions were planted silently. Until these started to grow tall, we didn't see them, but we see them now. So, it's just like the tares in the wheat. Anybody familiar with tares or darnel? Looks just like wheat. It mimics it. This is what's happened. We've got tares mixed in with the wheat. So, the tares have been snuck in the wheat, and tares are poisonous.
Tears of insanity.
Tares look much like wheat, but they actually are poisonous. And this is what tares do if they are ingested in our wheat. They make people confused. They make people nauseous. They anesthetize people. They actually slow menstrual bleeding too.
Oh my goodness.
You can get drunk from tares, and it can alter your mind. This is just a metaphor. I'm sure you can see that. But in large doses, tears will kill people. So, the tears mimic the weeds that's planted, and the tares have been planted within the normal sexual education curriculum, and we couldn't see it until it was grown. And now it's growing up, and our kids are ingesting this.
Right.
And these things can poison their mind. They can alter their minds.
Right.
So we have a problem here, Canadians.
That's right.
Children are fed doses and doses of this, and by teachers whom they love and adore. And they trusted their teachers to give them the truth when they gave them grain, but the normal sexual education was mixed with tares, overly inappropriate, deviant sex education, and poisoned the children and altered their minds. The current sex education curriculum in this country is a bad weed. It's a bad seed. Like farmers have to go and control and eradicate the weeds before it seeds, we have to eradicate the weeds before they seed.
Right.
Yes, amen, yes.
So, these effects of the curriculum are not just about the ratio of gay people coming out of the system, or the dangerous views pornography instills in selfishness, objectivity, and degradation, or the confused kids who would never have questioned themselves so much if the seed hadn't been planted, or the dangers of anal sex, but the desensitizing of sex in general, giving kids more than they can handle.
That's right.
Yes.
Move.
Preach.
And I don't know anyone who would object to these concerns. So I'm going to put it to you in a way that gay people, trans people, broad-minded people, and every other person in the world can understand that we're not a hate group. Let me put it to you this way, okay? There was a little girl, a little Dutch girl named Corrie. She took a train ride with her father, Casper. He was a watchmaker, and so they sat on the train together. And Corrie said to her dad, "Father, what is sexin?" And her father looked at her like he did every time she asked a question, but he didn't say anything. So they sat in silence. Corrie was surprised. Her question was not answered. Then her father took his traveling case down and he put it on the floor. It was filled with watches and tools and watch parts. And he says to Corrie, "Corrie, can you take this luggage off of the train for me?" And so she said, "Sure, Father." So she started to try to pull it, but she couldn't lift it. It was too heavy. It was too heavy for her.
I see where she's going with
So
this.
she said, "Father, I can't lift it. It's heavy." And her father said, "Yeah, it is too heavy for you. And I'd be a poor father if I expected you to carry this." It's just like knowledge, Corrie. Some knowledge is not ready for little kids. Some knowledge, just let the adults carry for now. And when you're old enough to bear it, you can carry it then.
Yeah.
Amen.
So my point is, leave our kids alone.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I'm going to introduce another speaker to you, a man by the name of Andrew Masonville. He's a local here. He's done a lot to help this community with abuse and helping teen and child encouragement, and he, among other things. Mr. Masonville is also a parent, a single parent, and I'd like you to give him a warm welcome right now. Mr. Masonville.
Woo!
When I was asked to do this event, I saw it as an opportunity to say things differently. Anybody can get up here and rant and complain about what's going on, but I wanted to come from a different position. This is an opportunity because we have to understand what is on the table. We have the power.
That's right.
These schools are only funded based on the numbers of kids that are present at the school.
right.
There is no after-school program. There's no breakfast club. There's no sports. There's no outings, field trips. There's nothing. No books, because they won't be able to afford to keep the lights on if there's no kids.
That's
When we
right.
come to these events and then we go home Monday and send the kids to school, we're not helping the cause.
That's right.
We have to make it clear to these people, it's either you stop teaching our kids this, or we're going to take matters into our own hands.
Amen.
And if we're not doing that, then I'm sorry to say we are all hypocrites.
That's right.
And as long as we can understand
afford
that and
to.
accept it, we can start to make some real change.
Amen.
I'm going to tell you a little
Which
story.
is why I'm here.
I,
know what
I
I mean?
said it recently. I'm part of a podcast, and I told this story, got a little emotional, so I probably won't be doing that today. But it's back when I got jumped. I was beaten pretty good, and I remember the life leaving my body. I remember taking hits, and I remember seeing the kid coming, and I knew I could put my hand up, but I no longer had the strength to defend myself. And the reason for that, you take so many blows, you start to get really weak. And so my point is, while I'm being beaten and I see blood on the ground and I see my jewelry and I actually had money there, these are things that I normally care about in my life. But in this moment, I didn't care about that. The only thing I cared about, and the only thing I had the strength to reach out and grab, was a little pendant that my daughter gave me on my keychain. And it reads, "I'll always be your little girl, but you'll always be my hero." When I saw that, I grabbed it, clutched it, while I'm still getting hit. I ended up putting it in my pocket, but I forgot about it. I went home, and I did the worst thing you could do when you take blows to the head. I went to sleep. I could have died. I woke up in a pool of blood. The pillow was completely red. I obviously called 911. I should have did it earlier, but you don't think when you're out of it. I'm in the hospital. I'm getting stitched up. Doctor's telling me how lucky I am because I went to sleep. They leave the room, and I'm sitting there for a while. I go in my pocket. I grab this. I start crying right away because it gave me perspective of what motivates me. It's my kids.
Right on.
And everybody here, that's what motivates us. It's our kids.
Right.
So what I saw last time when we came here was beautiful. There was about 3,000 to 5,000 people here, and we took a stand. It was the first time we felt unified for a good cause. Today we don't see that. The reason is division. They're suppressing things. They're pitting people against other people. And I want to say one thing. When you put two different insects in the same aquarium or cage or whatever, they're going to attack each other, and then you would go ahead and say the one that killed the other, it's his fault. But really, it's the person that's pulling the strings, the person that put them both there. That's whose fault it is.
Yeah.
And in this case, it's not their fault back there. It's not our fault. It's the government's fault. They know what they're doing.
Yep.
They know what they're doing. And they're force feeding us this while wars are going on. And those wars are distractions while they're putting these things in our kids' libraries. So I put up a post the other day, and I tagged 100 people with pictures of what's going on in these schools. And nobody saw it. And a few people did see it, but I couldn't see any of their comments. They're keeping us away from each other.
Yep.
They're taking our ability to alert each other or inform each other of what's really happening. So to the people standing here, it's our job to do that. And you know what? Old school, you went door to door. Old
Yeah.
school, you talk to people
Yeah.
in person. You know?
Yep.
I mean, we if you want better, you got to be better yourself. And so last time what I witnessed here was some of the kids were being nasty towards that movement back there. Mind you, that movement back there, they're all beautiful people too.
Yep.
We're all victims in this. And if you guys could walk forward and join us, that would be great. That would be the best thing for all of us.
Yeah.
But what I witnessed was kids snatching pride flags out of their hands and treating them like dirt. And honestly, that's not why we're here. That's not the way we do things here. And if we're here for our kids, like I said, if you want better, you got to be better.
Yeah.
Doing things like that gives CTV and CBC something to put on their news and feed to these people out here. We cannot give them weapons. We have to take it away by being better ourselves. It's simple as that.
Be the light.
We have the power. They divided us on the black versus white. They divided us on the unvax versus vax. They're dividing us in the sense that when you have a war where two countries are against each other, it's not actually any of those countries' faults, it's the government's.
Right on.
Yes.
Always will be. So, if I could end on this. This is an opportunity for us to get this right. We have to come together. We have to network. We have to plan more. We have to talk more. We have to get each other's numbers. We have to have conversations.
Right.
And when we do that, we're going to get some information. We're going to get great insight. And we're going to start to make some moves.
Yes.
The thing is, it's a little deflating not seeing as many people here as last time. But if you throw a rock in the water, it's a ripple, right? You throw many rocks, there's many ripples, and all those ripples cross each other.
Yes.
Think of us all pulling out our phones and posting to social media to people in other provinces. That's ripples across the nation. That we have the power with our voices, but sometimes social media doesn't work. So you have to hit the ground. You have to put in the work. And if
Yeah.
you care about kids, that's why you're here. Guess what? Everybody standing here, when things, if they do go south, we're all going to sleep because we at least tried. And just never forget that. Don't be hopeless. Just keep the hope alive.
Woo!
And leave our kids alone.
Yeah!
Wonderful.
Thank you, Mr. Masonville. Now, I have one more speaker for you. I have a woman, her name is Huda Ajaj, a local professional who spent years working for the Multicultural Council of Windsor. And even though her children are all grown up now, she still cares about your children, our children, future grandchildren, and is the voice of the voiceless. Huda speaks on behalf of every mother and father in the city of Windsor who wants a normal, innocent, child-like life for their children. So please put your hands together for Huda Ajaj.
Woo!
Hi everyone, salam. Salam means peace. So we are here, peace people. We don't hate no one. We like each other. When I came to Canada like 35 years ago, I love Canada and my family spent all their time here in Windsor. So we love the Canada because it's peaceful place to live and peaceful place to have children in it and peaceful place to like enjoy the life with your children.
Yes,
And that's what my childhood was in Windsor and here in Canada. So I'm here speaking today on behalf of every mothers and father in Windsor and Essex, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah!
Today, we are here together to convey our rights and our voices to the government of Canada and to the Ministry of Education. As mothers and fathers, nothing else, who wants to protect their children from the new curriculums that the Canadian government impressed on public school.
Yeah!
And impressed that teaching the sex education matter and the gender translation for the sexual transformation and the gender education system in the school, in the young age, starting from 5 years old. Imagine the 5 years old know about those issues. They are not ready. They are not ready to know this information yet. They are not ready to not physically, not mentally ready to know all this information. That's why we are here. when we think about it, we said like, where's the innocent in the child if they know this issue?
Yeah.
That's right.
We're gonna kill the innocent in all the childhood life
Yes.
in our children. So that's why we are here.
Yes.
School, we know all the school mission. What's the school mission for our children? The school mission for our children to teach them math, science, language, social life for them to be what in the future, to be professional, have a good job for them to live as adult, right?
Yes.
That's the mission for the school. So the mission for the school not to teach them about the sexual transformation or the gender education system.
No.
No,
No.
no, it's not their job. You know, the kids, they're gonna know it like later on. It's not their job to teach them that issue.
I agree.
Like, when they are the adult, they're gonna know it, right?
Yep.
As we know it.
Yep.
Yeah. So we are here not because we against the LGBTQ groups. We are not against you. We are not against no one. We are here to protect only our children from know something. They don't have to know it now. Canada is a country with freedom, and every individual has the right to choose what he or she wants to be.
Right.
But when they gonna choose that? When they are
Adults.
old enough to choose.
Yep.
Not 5 years old or 6 years old or 10 years old child
Yeah.
choose what he has to be.
That's it.
So we do not interfere in the life of LGBTQ matter or private life. You are free to do whatever you want to do,
Yep.
but we have the right to protect our children.
Yes.
We
Yes.
have the right to, special for them now, to choose the right for them,
Yes.
to our children, not for you. For you, it's up to you to do whatever you want to do it. So now, my message from every mothers and fathers in Windsor, Essex, Ontario, and in the whole Canada, to the government, to the Ministry of Education, leave our kids alone.
Leave our kids alone.
Leave our kids alone.
Kids alone.
Leave our kids alone.
Leave our kids alone.
Leave our kids alone, who are the most precious things we own. This is the most precious things for every mother and father.
Yes.
Their children, right?
Yes.
This is what we care most. And the government, they're gonna destroy what the precious things we own.
Yes.
So we are here to raise our voice and our right to the government and say, and to the Board of Education, to say, leave our kids alone, leave the children to live the normal, innocent childhood life.
Yes. Amen.
And we are not control it. And after that, if they when they become an adult, if they're gonna change their own decision and own freedom to be what they are wanna be, it's up to them. But now, those children, our children, leave them alone.
Leave our kids alone.
Leave our kids alone.
Leave our kids alone.
Now, my message to the group
I'm loud,
of
eh? I
LGBTQ.
don't even need one of those. I was in theater.
We don't hate you. We don't hate you. There is nothing against you. We respect your choices. And we
What the heck?
co-exist in many different, in many different areas in
Hold on.
in the school, in the work, and we know there's those group, the LGBTQ groups. It's been long time ago here in Windsor. It's not like a new things happen suddenly in 2 or 3 years ago. So we respect you. It's your choice to be like this. But the government use you to and twist the truth to let you to be against make us against each other.
Yep.
So but there's nothing about you, nothing. When we come here, you don't have to be here too, by the way, because we are here not because we want to say something bad about you. We are here only for our children. That's it. We care about our children. We don't want to any matter to deal with another group. And this is the truth. You have to say it. You have to, put it in front of your eyes. So, again, we're gonna raise our voice to the government of Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
And to the Board of Education. Leave our kids alone.
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 And this is the message, the one from every mothers and fathers in
What?
Windsor
Are they
to the
saying the same
government.
thing?
Okay, thank you so much. And we're gonna reach our goal.
We have nothing
When we
against
are,
them.
as
This
the
ideology.
gentleman and Sherry said, when we put our hands together and have groups in each school and have clubs in each school to have educate
Can I get this one?
about what our goal. Because they don't say the truth about our goal in the social media or in the school.
What's that
In the
say?
school, they don't say that. Why those people here?
Hold on.
They say, those
Stop
teachers,
spreading-
they don't like
start
the
spreading
LGBT groups.
education,
No, this is not our mission.
indoctrination,
We are here only for our
respect
children.
trans
That's
kids,
why
stop
it's so important
the
for us,
Americanization of Canada.
Windsor and Essex.
Stop spreading fear.
Thank you
That's
so much.
oh my goodness. What a load of ham. What a load of ham. Sorry.
And I would like everyone to stand 1 minute silent for support our matter and for the lost source of the children in everywhere.
Yeah.
For peace.
Yeah. Peace.
For the peace.
Peace in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start it. Thank you so much. And we're gonna have a march. And please, I want, as we mentioned, our goal to raise our voice and our rights to protect our children. So we are not gonna deal with another groups, the LGBTQ, or say anything or mention them, because we are not here for them. By the way.
Right.
Yes. Amen.
This is they have to know it. We are not here for you guys. we live in the same city, so we have like a share many things together, but we are here for our children, so we are not gonna deal with them. We're gonna march and we're gonna follow the instruction from the police, so please respect the police, our community police outside the river here. And we appreciate every single one of you, the one they came and they just like be here. That's mean a lot for us. To be here and to say
over saying,
like
we support you.
to say this is wrong, what's going on for our children at school. This is the goal that we wanted.
Yep.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're gonna start. We're gonna follow what she's gonna say, and we're gonna walk around the river, right?
Oh, we're walking around the river. We're not going on the street like last time. Oh.
Go down. Go down. Go down. Marhaba. I want to speak in Arabic because some people here in Arabic they speak Arabic.
Yeah.
اوكي مرحبا. نحن هلا هون طبعا مجتمعين مشان اولادنا يلي بالمدرسه، مشان نوصل صوتنا انه يتركوا اولادنا ما يعلموهم الشغلات اللي هن ما لهم جاهزين ليتعلموها بهالعمر الصغير. طبعا هلا نحن بعد شوي بدنا نمشي قبل الطرقات تبع المدينه هون. طبعا ما رح نروح على وزاره التربيه، بس رح نمشي شوي. بتمنى من الجميع انه يحافظ على الهدف الكبير اللي نحن جايين مشانه، وهو انه الموضوع موضوع اولادنا، مو موضوع الجروب الثاني، موضوع LGBTQ جروب. نحن مو جايين مشانهم. سو بنحافظ على الهدف الكبير اللي جايين مشانه، وبنتبع قوانين الشرطة اللي واقفة برا ان شاء الله، بنوصل لهدفنا بإذن الله تعالى. بشكركم كلكم باسم كل ام واب بونزور انك جيتوا وشاركتوا صوتكم، انه تكونوا موجودين مشان تقولوا للغلط غلط، وهذا بداية الطريق مشان الواحد ينجح بتحقيق كل ما